If anyone has more holistic advice, I would appreciate it. And trust that I will be making the call when it's time to go in, if that's what needs to happen.
One thing that just struck me when I was reading this text, do you think that if hospitals adopted these holistic methods themselves, that these people would still diss the hospitals even though they adopted the current holistic methods, and instead these people would come up with even wackier shit they would do at home instead? Like, it's more about being anti-hospital or conspiratorial rather than the specific methods themselves, right? That would be so interesting to test, like an experiment. Maybe regarding stuff that's a little bit like, you know, high stakes than murder sort of stuff, but that would be really interesting. I know schooling is a struggle for a lot of our kids, but I am really struggling to get my people to read. We have been unschooling this year as other approaches placed too much demand on them. I have tried every possible way under the sun to teach him to read. Wait a second, he's 9 years old, and he doesn't learn how to read. You know how some people are unfortunate with the spawn location in life, right? And they start at square zero. And then you have parents like this who insist on starting their child at square -3. It's great, isn't it? I know he wants to be able to read, but he also refuses to even remotely try to learn. He's 9 years old. He's gonna want to play with Nintendo. If you're gonna school your own child, you at least have to put your foot down and be like, no, Timmy, no video games until you know how to read. Man, this poor child. Any materials or books or apps I try to use, he says are for babies. He won't even do the alphabet song because it's for babies. Well, he doesn't even know the alphabet song that is for babies. I suppose. Does anyone else deal with this? I feel like my kid is the only kid that can't read at his age, and like I'm just failing him. You should just let him go to school, man. This is so sad. I have taught my 3 other kids to read, but he's my most spicy child out of all of them. Oh my god, you've already done this to 3 other kids. Holy sh**. How did it go for them in the long run? Like, it just reminds me of that parent who made another post in a group like this that said something like, yeah, you know, my daughter was applying for college, but she was homeschooled, so she doesn't actually have any real grades. So I just made up some grades, and she was accepted based on that. But soon they're gonna find out when they do their background check and realize it's not real grades. And she's like, this has more consequences than just being late to learn how to read, like if you're dyslexic or something. Like, I am quirky. This is absolutely awful. Why are you doing this? Oh my god.
Boy moms, heart emoji. How do you deal with the fact that your son will grow and leave you, and you will always be second best to his new family and wife? Oh, I know it's how it should be, but it's hard. My boy is 17 and in a good relationship. I can already see he's super involved with his girlfriend's family. I mean, it's very common.
What do you mean that children move out? Yeah, it's pretty common.
And that we as boy moms just have to accept it and enjoy the time he does spend with us when he is older.
I mean, yeah, I know some people get sad and stuff when kids move out and that sort of thing. I think that's pretty normal. You know, life changes, you're not going to spend as much time together. But it's also a happy thing because it means that your kids are growing up and like becoming their own adult people. And you're going to have maybe grandkids in the future and that kind of stuff. Like, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing in the grand scheme of things. It's okay that it hurts in the moment, but like, this is wild.
It's hard to know how the future will be and that he will be more involved with his new family because they say daughters always more close with their mom, and so those in-laws are always the priority, not the son's mom.
I mean, if this is the kind of attitude, I can definitely see why they're drifting towards the in-laws. I'm gonna be honest, especially if they're 17 right now and it's like this overbearing and needy. I think you need to talk to someone about this because this is not a healthy way to do it. Like, of course it's okay to feel various emotions when family situations change and people grow up. That's normal, but this is certainly not the way to deal with it. So, I recently had an interesting answer to your question. Another mom approach. Let me know that her daughter has been bullied. By my daughter? But honestly, shouldn't they be working this out themselves? I mean, at this point, they're practically adults. If the daughter doesn't like something someone says now, what's going to happen when she's at work? And let's be real for a second. If you send your kids to school in TJ Maxx clothes with no care for their appearance, you can expect her to be treated like a queen. Yeah, if you dress her up like a peasant, she should be treated like a peasant. I am not saying my daughter but I think there's a bigger picture that your daughter is ugly. Not shelter them from every hard conversation. shelter your kids. Okay, this is the attitude I would honestly recommend the other mom to just take their daughter for like some boxing classes or something and just whoop the bully. Like, is that really the direction you want to go? Because you do realize that the world also means that in your own child that you face the consequences of some being people like trash. That's so unconscious marriage. We are trying to resolve this peacefully, and you're actually I wonder if you were a boy in school as well. Oh my god, it all adds up. Let these girls grow up. Your girl too, because no one's showing up to fight their battles. 25 and out in the real world. 25 and out in the real world. Don't you think it's funny that this person makes it all about like the bullying target to like grow up and do it, you know? But it's not on their own daughter to like force no one's gonna be your friend if they don't have to share the same classroom with you. No one's gonna put up with your kind of shit at work because there's an HR department that will fire you to make people uncomfortable. You know? This parent's attitude is so weird that it's all about like the victim of the bullying. Mature enough not to bully people. That is astounding. I think this parent was probably bullying himself back in school and massively actually.
Y'all, please tell me I'm not wrong or something. Long story short, I had a Christmas with my 4 bio kids' names on the sleeve, 2 on each side. Not that it matters. My husband had a darn fit because I didn't add my bonus son's name. I never knew having a shirt made with the children that I carried for 9 damn months would cause such a bad problem. We didn't marry for quite a while. Okay, wait, so you thought I had a bonus. Okay, I also love how they're downplaying if I'm not using the right term for it. That's great. My bonus calls me mama, but still, I don't think it's against the law.
Well, no, it's not illegal. You're just being a step that happens here, it kind of comes with the territory that you're going to be a parental figure, and you better treat it like you're part of the family. Why would you marry someone that already has kids if you don't see Oh my god! And you're actively making gifts and stuff that include all of your biological I wonder what kind of friends people you know? It's so obvious it's astounding. It's not that they're just poop. Their lack of self-awareness is like more about them.
My 8-year-old son was my husband in several past lifetimes.
I do not know where this is starting.
But also by 2 mediums. He treated me with the love I've never known. Cared for me so from the door from this kid is totally emotional incest, Batman. The list goes on and on, like you could never even imagine or even expect an adult partner to act like. He chose to come into this life as a transgender, born female, and he's aware that I'm here to help him
I'm starting to get real pro like when they brought the transgender stuff, this just sounds what's the stuff that sounded like now or it was just trolling to like race bait, right?
He's always telling me how to that you're such a strong protector. He is truly a very okay, I'm gonna get
right? Like in the beginning it just sounds like some really whack spiritual mumbo jumbo that's not completely bored. But when like the transgender stuff comes to the picture, and now it kind of sounds like, oh, don't you know that all transgender people about wacky shit and all. I don't think this is real. It was a little bit too much on the nose, right? I think this is just
they're on the and then also the offensive
satire far away from reality, I swear to God.
Hello, girlies. I just wanted some opinions on what to do. I am really worried. I am wanting another baby, but I had my placenta just curious. Has anyone else traveled to Disney to postpartum with the baby? Planning to deliver naturally. We have a toddler and it will be his first time, but we are thinking of going. We will be 2 weeks PP. Any advice?
Oh, any advice? Maybe like, I don't fucking know, don't go. That's a pretty good idea. And if this toddler really needs to go to Disney, let the grandparents take him or something while you care for the 2 week baby. That doesn't involve keeping the baby into a Disney roller coaster. Okay? Risk of infection and all that kind of stuff, like not
Free birth at Disney World. Why did we think of that? Yay! I am aware many of you won't agree with the grapes being left whole, but he is my child. In 2 years of eating them, he's never choked and always chewed them up really good. Lunch, PB&J, chocolate chip cookie, cheddar penguin crackers, and seedless green grapes. Yum!
This is like the time my dental hygienist asked me if I was wearing my nightlight, which my dentist just had custom made for me. I replied, well, yes. On nights I've been stressed with thinking about grinding my teeth. Without missing a beat, he replied, oh, okay. So like wearing a seatbelt only when you think you're going to get in an accident. Talk about murdered by words. I love these, Doc, and it's really true. Like, it's the same kind of thing when you go biking, for example, where I have never fallen over and smacked my head to the point that I actually needed a helmet. But you sure as shit know that the moment I'm gonna bike without a helmet, I'm gonna hit my head. And then
Great.
it's the same as wearing a bicycle helmet. Okay, anonymous member.
Hello, thank you so much for accepting my request. I would like some help and possibly condolences from those that have been through. Some of my friends recommended the group to me and said it might help. Our son turned 20 years old, now starting his 4th year of college. We had a big fight on Monday, and he's
By tracking, I'm assuming you mean the build tracker app. Yeah, I get that. A 21-year-old would want their own autonomy and not be tracked, especially if you've been overbearing about it. I'm gonna assume you've been overbearing because stories like this always leave out a bunch of stuff.
We tried to reach with him and reminded him these acts have helped so many families, like when kids get into accidents. And he goes to school across the country in a dangerous area. But he insisted we were just exaggerating about the danger and that he was going to delete all the apps no matter what. We told him, okay, but we're paying for tuition, housing, flights, home, and phone bills, so we need to keep the tracking on.
Yeah, we told him, okay, but we're gonna threaten all this stuff that we had supported you with if you don't let us track you and be overbearing. I have read enough of these stories that I'm 99% sure that if you threaten with these kind of ultimatums, like, oh my god, we'll take away everything we supported you with and phones and blah, 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 if you don't let us track you and be overbearing, that there's way more context of them being overbearing, and this has been a conversation countless times in the past, but they refuse to budge, that eventually boils up and leads to this breaking point, right? You just know that's the case, because a functioning thing isn't to talk to another adult that is your child, but it's still another adult in this way. This just means that they're never going to accept your support ever again, because they know you're going to hold it over their head. This is a power move. This is not like giving care.
Then he got all quiet and said, okay, then we could take him off the phone plan, and he would take us off the tuition portal. My husband and I were shocked. My husband asked,
But don't you think that's a bit extreme?
after all, we have such a good system going.
Ah, yes, indeed, the flawless two-way system. We threatened to take away all the stuff we had paid for if he doesn't let us endlessly track him. Oh, we listen to that every month, obviously.
My son then said, fine, he would pay us back. That tuition portal anymore. We also don't see any activity on our phone for his life. I thought he was just acting out, but every Tuesday night he sent back all the tuition and housing we had paid. Roughly $25,000 since we had a generous scholarships and have been working during the school year.
Okay, wait a second. Let's see if I get this straight. So you have probably been pushing this for quite a while, right? It's his 4th year in college. And previously, he hasn't been able to afford this sort of stuff on his own because he was dependent on your support, because that was what you offered him when he went off to college. But then you kept holding this over his head, and when he pushed back, he just held these ultimatums over his head until this 4th year when he finally managed to save up enough money to just kind of buy you out right? Because you were pushing the boundaries so hard and repeatedly that you actively spent the past 4 years completely destroying the trust and relationship that your son had with you, to the point that he was willing to pay you to get out of his life. And you still don't realize what you've done wrong? Oh my god, man. We tried to reach out, but then he has also blocked us on everything. We are so confused. Are you though? Are you?
I don't get it. If you asked me last week, I would have said we had a great relationship with our child.
Yeah, because you held everything over his head so he wasn't allowed to complain.
The tracking issue hasn't come up in years.
Ah, so it has come up before. I see. I wonder what happened the last time it came up. Was it ultimatums?
We had a stern meeting his freshman year, and there were some ups and downs in general.
Okay, so this has blown up in the past, and then he kind of made up his mind already a few years ago, and now he finally got to a point where he could basically buy his freedom. That's what I'm getting from this. That is insane that you don't realize what has happened here.
He ditched the major he was passionate about since he was 8.
What do you mean the major since what?
But things straightened out. So I don't know where this came from. My husband is mad at me. He wanted our son to go to our flagship on our way, but our son got so much aid from his current school, which is also much more prestigious, so it didn't make sense. My husband is saying that once he left for college, it made it easier for him to leave our family. But for example, all our friends' kids came home for break. But our son only came back for 1 week each summer because he was going abroad first year, and then doing internships the next 2 summers. My husband's point is that our son so far away from us all the time, we could not keep up and really know who he was growing up to be. I honestly can't argue with him. We found out just this summer he'd been dating a girl for 9 months.
Okay, so you admit that you know nothing about him. Your relationship has been rocky for a long time. You don't know anything, but you insist on having tracker apps and stuff on his phone, and you hold ultimatums over his head if he doesn't want to be tracked. Yeah, I can see why he's been drifting away.
And I still don't know his money. I know he has worked, but a lot of that money has gone straight into his portion of food and lodging. I am sorry this is all over the place. Our family is so stressed with this turn of events. Plus, we don't know what our son might be saying to our younger two. Both are in high school. We asked them if they heard from him, and they both said no, but clearly looked like they were covering something up. And I'm still so stressed where he got that money.
Also so stressed where he got that money. Okay, if I'm reading between the lines correctly here, you're also kind of low-key accusing him of doing something shady, and that's how he got this money. Man, these parents are awful. Like, the level of passive aggressiveness and manipulative behavior is off the charts. This is insanity.
But what should we do? Should we fly out and find him? Call a friend or roommate? The more time that passes, the more anxious I feel.
You need to give him space. Oh my god, you've been overbearing for years, and he finally broke free from that overbearing behavior. And your solution is to, like, stalk him IRL. You think that's gonna bring him closer? Man, these people are so clueless. I swear to God.
Can someone who has been in this kind of situation before please advise? Thank you.
Oh, let's see if the group gives any good advice. Here's a comment. Investigator to see if they can find him and figure out what's going on from behind the scenes. I'll tell you what the private investigator is going to find. He'll find a young man going to college, working on his That's basically it. Just a normal kiddo going to college, wanting to get ultimatums, wanting to track them and borderline where they're going. That's it. When they finally break free from that, the solution to try to repair their relationship for the future isn't to try to bring that behavior into I really hope someone will switch while listens to the hospital. I swear to God, this is so fucking creepy and weird. Don't you just love those things? You're breaking down. The signs of a true, respectful, trusting relationship.
When people witness their one alpha sons become submissive to their wives. Oh my god.
Was run by moms from Facebook groups.
You can't make this shit up, man. From how many pairs of socks you're allowed to have to where everyone eats dinner to how many toys and who the kids can have, etc. How do you handle it? Okay, let me rephrase this. I spoiled my son Rock and never should know this in my life. How did I deal with someone else really spoiling my son? It actually makes it a bunch of memories. Look out. Oh my god.
Sometimes reverse psychology can help. When I was babysitting my nephew, for example, one time, he was refusing to put on his PJs for bedtime. So after like I said, okay, then I will wear your PJs. And I started like putting on his little PJs. They're mine. And then he took them and put them on himself. You see, sometimes you just have to kind of play a game. The rules. Number 1, respect privacy. Avoid posting pictures of your baby's genitalia. It's like that viral Discord post from a few months ago where it was like, new rule, don't give birth in voice chats.
My son was born on 9/11/23. Would it be messed up to have a 9/11 themed birthday party? I was thinking first year down in reference to the first tower down.
Oh no, there's more context. The OP added this because there was not a single comment supporting her. This is not a troll post. I didn't know mamas could be so judgmental. I mean, you're literally holding your child back, right? That is like the opposite of being a good parent. You're like, oh my god, you can't live your life on your own because it means the only person in your life who belongs to me. I thought I finally found a place to share my feelings. My son is my best friend, and you must be in a relationship with yours. This is not a good relationship. You're basically trying to lock them in a basement. So you have a strong mother-son bond and won't let any rude mama other ones. Watch this person make another post in 2 years when their son just mysteriously went no contact.
Hey y'all, so today my baby came to me with a now she's but I know the gay agenda TikTok infecting them kids with the gay trademark. I'm just so confused about how she is all of a sudden just one of them. I'm not sure what to do anymore because I certainly do not want
The actual virus or disease. And the mom I would like to hear from the mom. Same decision. I can find comfort in that choice during moments of this. Ah, yes, indeed. I have this voice in my head that's telling me. So I stay on course, baby. You see, this is what I mean with the multiplicative half unhingedness. It doesn't get better, it gets worse.
She and her boyfriend had when she was 26. She was yesterday, so she took a test and came back positive. So that means it's only been about 2.5 weeks. This was very unplanned, and she was on October 12th with the full alcohol package. At that time, she will be 7 weeks from conception and 5 weeks. How terrible is it if she drinks during the week-long cruise? Thank you.
Ah, yes, indeed. Asking for a friend. Hey there, fellow mamas. Can I be a raging alcoholic during my pregnancy? Will that affect the baby? Please tell me it won't. Thank you. Spoiler, it will. Oh my god, why are these people so quick? I swear to god. Oh my god, this reminds me of like one of those alpha males like it's like, yeah, better give as many births as possible because it's the best orgasm, doesn't it? Let's play what was I knew about the Montana. I expected the rock before the surprise. Oh god, it's not something that you're talking. It's the wrong creature, about 100 million years outdated.
Hi, MMs, Mominator Mom. My son is 14. Probably has recently noticed to think physically and a lot of times, we would be sitting there, he would be on his phone, and this would happen. I'm sure you didn't want to know this. But this is the challenge to
Conversation having with the bros at 14. Hey bro, I got this random motor. Oh, me too. Those conversations I totally remember happening when I was 14.
How do we talk about this without being made embarrassing for him?
Isn't it like heightened common knowledge that as a teenager you get those? How is this a mystery to you? Don't bring it up. This is so embarrassing. You know, like traumatizing from doing it. What's wrong with you? Helping them understand the right and wrong of it. Maybe they you know, this random bonus is actually a sin to you feel bad about these things. My daughters and stuff are experiencing and stuff as well. These parents are awful, man. It's pretty normal for a teenage boy to have random license. You said yourself you don't also, he will only be this age for a short time. If you became embarrassing by approaching it wrongly, it could affect him all his adult life. A way to ingrain like massive negativity regarding something completely natural and normal. Good parenting 101, baby. It's a little
Is it though? Hello, Mom. I am very upset. I know one of my husband and I had a wonderful and I'm not sure if it's my child, maybe my husband's big child.
Just asking the simple question, hey there, how could this child laughing out at you be someone else's kid? How does too fast to
Besides mom's heartbeat, they can also feel that baby's heartbeat. They found it fascinating. Look at this little
Stretching doesn't have history that is like satanic or whatever. Have you researched the history of stretching?
You can stretch without making it yoga related or doing a yoga class, etc. A lot of people see that not too serious.
See, this is what I mean. When it's like two half-unhinged people just multiply into becoming 75% unhinged. You see, all these kind of people in isolation, surrounded by like normal functional souls, wouldn't go this far down the rabbit hole. But because they're all half-unhinged to begin with, they just enhance that half-unhingedness and it becomes like 100% unhinged. You see what I mean?
But this is where
always come back.
The importance of your relationship with God. There's 100% you can't do Christian yoga. That makes no sense. Also, thank you both so much.
Hey, I went to this group being half unhinged. Now I'm a whole unhinged. Ooh, goody! We did the rice experiment with the kids. We put in both boiled rice and wrote on one I love you, thank you, on the other one I hate you, you idiot. In just 4 days, these are the results. Okay, so the one with I hate you got moldy and the other one is clean. Words truly matter. How you talk to yourself and others determines how healthy and successful you are. Yes, indeed, you will mold if people yell at you too much. I mean, that's sort of like a decent lesson if you want to teach kids something like, hey, words have power, don't treat people poorly because they can hurt on the inside, which will really affect them, you know. It's kind of wholesome, right? I don't think it has anything to do with rice storing emotions or whatever, but it could give a lesson, but something tells me this person genuinely believes this. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this beautifully unhinged video as much as I enjoyed having you here. And keep a lookout for the birthday emotional support demons. They should be coming out in the near future. Oh yes, indeed, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to fill up my plushie kingdom once again. And have an amazing rest of your day. You're wonderful, beautiful beings, and I will see you in the very near future. Take care. Mwah. Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos. Welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I woke up this morning, and I felt just a little bit too happy. Man, the world isn't that bad. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, all that kind of good stuff. My morning coffee tasted great. So I figured this is a bit too good. We are masochists on this channel, aren't we? So I decided to take us on a doozy of a tour. And what better place to do that than r/te, better known as Thanks I Hate It. All the things in the online world that you look at and be like, damn, I really hate this. So let's do that together. Enjoy. Mwah. I'm gonna reiterate that point I had from an old video that a dating app based on things you hate would be absolutely amazing. I hate movie talkers. I hate walking on the beach. I always get sand everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And then the other person is like, oh, tell me more about where you got hateful, dirty boy. And then they just hit it off. Anyway, let's get on with this video before I make it worse than it has to be. Oh, look at this cute Minecraft skin that is just spun 90 degrees. What would this look like in real life? I'm so glad you asked. This is what it would look like. Evolution, why haven't you given us this sweet treat? Well, thank you so much, Matt Sugo, for giving us this treat.
If you wish,
Lasagnas on the counter.
in disguise.
Channels in the world. Your son has a very over $1 million. Here's about amount of subscribers. He's messing something up real bad, or is making a lot of demonetized content, or is really making he's gonna make way more than $1 million a year. 12 million subscribers. He's gonna be honest about that one. If he only does that for a few years, he's able to earn $3 million from ads and sponsorship deals. Close down. To learn a much good part about money, so you can guide this question is why, you know, it's technically not a real job unless some
There is no escape.
So plan for it, have a backup plan. I think we're good, Sam. You can probably retire if you want to.
The royal ring, or that's a real. This is a public. They are dear God. What did and the picture, everything. There is so much in this picture. No, I work 9 to 5. Your job is over from 9 to 5. I will never be able to like this. Is this included in room service? Like, is this something he paid for, or is this something that he didn't pay for? That's a pretty distinct detail. It makes it either kind of just questionable, but alright, or like really. I love F1 racing, and she bought me this.
Certified Look at me, Mom. I'm the fastest racist. I did not so much racist. Oh my God. You see the
Don't worry about it. It's my legacy. When people don't find my meme reads funny anymore, at least I have a Greek statue.
Insolent.
something. That is beautiful. That is such a shocker to find that this is like a
Getting it up, I reckon McQueen would be insane. It's a three-shot movie. Oh my god.
and you're really driving that's kind of like a pickup line and once. I kind of like that. Oh, the double-decker airplane seat is back. No, please don't be back. Here's what it looks like now. It's still the same. There's still like upper class and fart class.
Oxygen mask for the people at the top and people at the bottom. You already have alternative gas to breathe in. Good luck, little budget.
Is that going to be a thing? Is fart class going to be actually cheaper? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Me. I thought alien women are more faithful than these Earth.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's what I call a space hunter. I feel like humanity in general has gone a very bitter route when it comes to relationships in all kind of directions and angles. It's kind of fascinating to read about online. Hell yeah, we're literally gonna
I know, little squirrel coming for my nut. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. Oh, my this hair looks great on me.
You will submit.
the northern sucker. Juice, let's get into it. This is really sus. Is this... Oh no, is this... No. I know the intrusive I'm trying to tell you to do that, dear sir. Do not do it. No. You might say that this is a fishy situation. Man, this job. It is my job. Oh my god, girls. Get You know how we usually say that there's definitely some adult references in kids' movies, /insane people Facebook. The person who made it tried to claim to be black with blue eyes at the counter to people calling it racist. Lol. You see, I made a joke in a previous video about like, hey, if humanity reaches the point where find a way to be racist, you know? And I think this one proves that the answer is indeed yes. Don't worry, racism will always prevail. Always an excuse to be racist. Isn't the world beautiful? How to make a PNG file. #PNG. So you take a kitty in a PNG background studio. I hate fake PNGs. This made me legit upset. The kitty is cute, but I hate fake PNGs. I'm gonna be nice to you, but remember to keep a lookout for the tri-demons. They have little capes. They're gay. Okay, they can fly like this. See how cool that was? You can get one soon. Thanks, I hate Disney princess face swaps as villains. Alice in the Wonderland, that looks, yeah, that looks like Dad with a wig. Princess and the Frog, oh my god, oh dear god, no. The Little Mermaid, that's okay. Alice. Not gonna lie though, that's like that twink mustache going. Hell yeah. Beauty and the Beast, that just looks like some Johnny Mama stuff, not gonna lie. Mulan is really intense. That looks like demon possessed, not gonna lie. Tangle? Okay, that looks like really nefarious toxic ex-girlfriend. And then we have Wreck-It Ralph, that's just uncomfortable. This is just completely cracked out. Have you tried sniffing this thing? That's laundry detergent. No! It had a really good kick, it can't be. Calm down, Mr. White. Jeez. Yo, Mr. White. That's looking well. Why? I got my preferred gun t-shirt. What do you guys think of this picture of me in my t-shirt? I think nothing about it. On the other hand, you, milady, and I firmly believe I speak on behalf of all Redditors, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen on this planet. Let's unfold this pose so everyone can gaze upon this gorgeous queen. Oh, yes, indeed. Let me stare at you, for your mere presence radiates your queen energy into my thirst. That is the most hinged Reddit comment. New statistics. During job interviews, employers say recent college graduates have struggling with eye contact, 53%, asked for unreasonable compensation, 50%, dressed inappropriately, 47%. I would love to know what that actually means. It also depends a bit on the job. Used inappropriate language, 27%, refused to turn on camera during a virtual interview, 21%, or brought a parent to their interview, 19%. That can't be real. Every fifth person does not bring their freaking parent to job. I think I've read a story where I've seen that happen once. I've read one single story where that has actually happened. I don't think every fifth person. Come on. It's worth paying attention to the fact that the percentages refer to what proportion of those employers report having had a candidate in those cases. With 400 employers, one applicant of hundreds of encounters that used inappropriate language, then the statistic would be 50%. Oh my god, that's a really bad breakdown of data. That is so bad. So you ask 800 employers, like, hey, have you ever experienced anyone using foul language? And 400 say, yeah, at some point I've experienced someone, like this one candidate out of 100 used foul language. And then they count that as like a full true statistic. So the percentage is just completely bonkers. It's so badly formulated. It should be like, have you ever experienced this specific thing as an employer? That would be a more reasonable title for what the data is showing. I figured it was too much. Like every fifth person bringing their parent, like I can see if you're a recruiter and you recruit like hundreds of people every month, like yeah, eventually you're gonna bump into some quirky stuff, but that every fifth person would bring their parent. Come on, we can tell that the data is misrepresented. This is bad. Rate your cashier. Scan me. Cashier P. Arnold. This looks like some freaking analog horror. Vibrant, inviting, playful, helpful knowledge. The 3 pillars of Wegmans cashiering. Exude warmth, radiate empathy, and inspire trust. This is like some word pooping I would write on a resume for a corporate job. We call this demeanor of the gods. All cashiers must have demeanor of the gods. Recently fired. Each month we let go of the lowest scoring cashier to keep our business good for you.
And the headshots look so creepy, man.
This is fake, right? It's a humoristic content creator named Alan Wagner that produces these surreal, lifelike items. Oh, that's really funny. It's really well made. It looks like a legit receipt that is just unhinged. At PETA.
Oh no, not Pete. I know this is gonna be unhinged already.
This hashtag National Masturbation Day. Is that a date? Thank you, PETA. Take care of yourself while also taking care of animals. Winky emoji. What does that mean? It's like, hey, this natural masturbation. Don't forget your dog. Don't forget your dog feels pleasure too. PETA! Animal-friendly ways to talk about self-pleasure. Okay, that went a slightly less worse direction than I thought I was going in, but you totally knew what you were doing. Instead of beat the meat, say tickle the pickle. Okay, because there's so much meat being hurt by using... Okay. Shuck the oyster. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say shuck the oyster. Flick the bean. That... Is anyone actually using these sayings? Whip the wheel. It's like, no, that wouldn't feel good. Tugging the turnip. Milk the cow. Okay. Juice the orange. But that's not the same. Like, milking the cow, I can see. Okay, I can see the similarities, right? Juice the orange is like... That's not good. What are you doing? Like crushing a ball sack? Polishing the vegan muffin. Flogging the hog or polishing the cucumber. Okay, polishing the cucumber. That one I can get behind. That one is less unhinged than the other ones. I will start using that one. Thank you so much, PETA, for teaching me how to polishing my cucumber. That is very kind of you. Ooh, look at this. We have like one of those outdoor cinemas with a projector, and the movie is... Yeah, I'm not gonna attend this one. Mewtwo and... No, I can't unsee it. What have you done to my eyes, please? Are you concerned about having ugly feet this summer? No worries, we got you covered. Feet sandals. Aren't these gonna... Okay, hear me out here. Aren't these absolutely humongous, though? Because for these ones to actually work, it has to be a cover outside of your already existing feet. You're gonna make your feet like this much thicker than every... Isn't that like a lot? Aren't you gonna increase your shoe size by like 5? By wearing these, you know, my feet would be like this. Really wild. Do you enjoy jewelry? Oh, yes, indeed, shiny things and noises. That's what YouTube is. That right? Well, today's sponsor is Feet Jewelry. 10% off of this week. Look at this. Feet Jewelry. You can pick it. Okay, no, we don't have a feet jewelry sponsor. Sadly, we have had a lot of comments recently about jewelry sponsorships. They look untrustworthy, but this is arguably worse.
Yes, indeed, Yoda. Them legs all the way up. They go.
No. I imagine the scene in an extended version that they cut because they realized they were traumatized. And the war moved up for feeling the force inside of him. Yoda just does this. Dear God, did I make it worse? I think I actually made it worse. I'm sort of proud of myself.
It is black, but I can just see Dad's teeth when he grins. Dad shed.
This is like a kid's book or sometimes the most unhinged thing ever. I was reading a kid's book to my nephew the other day, and it's about Tre bockarna Bruse. It's like the 3 goats going across a river with a troll under it. Okay, a bit of a spoiler for anyone who has read this 5-page long story about killing a poor troll or whatever. But the final goat is so brutal. It's like, I'm not broken. It is go at it. Oh, he poked his eyes out and blood was spraying, and then he fell into the water, but the troll was heavy, so he drowned while being blinded. Holy, this is traumatic. Kids' books are, God, they're worse than any, like, you know, PG-16 media I've ever consumed. It's wild. X-rays of a patient who had their legs lengthened and height increased by 6 inches. Beavers and tibias were vegetable titanium nails inserted. The nails were then extended a millimeter each day via a magnetic process taken up to a year before it could feel. Yeah, I can just feel this being part of some sort of really get stuck. That's gonna be amazing. Doesn't this look like a bit oddly proportionate, though? Like after a while? really good. It has a lot of squid games. Anyway, in Squid Games, there's a scene where you have to like poke out a shape of a cookie using a needle, and the shapes are very but anyway, here's the shape. That is the worst one. This would have been such a good twist, you know? Some really epic things here. I'm gonna defeat him. All in one beat. In 1783, a boy was born with two heads. The second head was upside down with a shockingly, the second head was fully functional. The boy claimed that he could hear the other brain telling him things. That is insane. That was an absolute next. Because I have a case of morbid curiosity, I found an article the amusing thing of being born with two heads. Okay, let's dig into it. The two-headed boy of Bengal. In May 1783, in a small village named Mundal in Bengal, India, a strange child was born. He had two heads. The midwife assisting the birth was so horrified by the child's appearance, she tried to throw him into the fire. As reasonable midwives do. Unfortunately, the baby was rescued by the here. The parents after recovering. Could be exhibited. They're not only born with baby attracted a great deal of attention and earned the family affairs for months. Taking a peek without paying, the students kept the child hidden, usually under a sheet, sometimes for hours at a time. He was also a basement child. That is great. As his fame spread in India, several where the guests found a curious specimen of both. One of the observers was a Colonel Pierce, who described him as the Royal Society, Sir Joseph. And it was Sir Banks who later forwarded the account to the surgeon Edward Hall. By two-headed, some people might assume two heads going side by side. In this case, however, the boy's second head sat inverted on the top of the main head and ended in a neck-like stump. The second head had a few irregularities. The ears were formed, the tongue was small, and the lower jaw was rather small, but otherwise both fins were of the same size and were covered by black hair. Okay, so that's the picture. Hairline. When this was my God. But the second head second head might be awake and its eyes moving as if observing the surroundings. That is absolutely wild. Was the second head actually like conscious or like conscious enough? That is insane. Just imagine being that head. You're just stuck in someone else's body but probably not fully functional to be like really processing what's happening, but like conscious to some extent, especially if you can actually use your eyes and your brain. That is insane. What an instance. The second head reacted to a certain stimulus. A pinch in the cheek produced a grimace, and when it was given the bumps, it looked and tempted to sucky-sucky. It also produced plenty of tears and saliva. However, the corneal reflex was missing, and the eyes reacted weakly to light. Okay, so it sounds like maybe it's blind though. That might be even more terrifying though. Can you imagine being that head, and you have a brain, but none of your senses actually work, so you're surroundings, not for real. You don't even control the body you're attached to. That is horrifying. That is like some kind of sci-fi horror right there. One day, when the child was 4 years old, his mother left him alone to fetch water. When she returned, she found the child dead of a cobra. Many anatomists offered to buy the corpse, but the religious parents would not allow such desecration. The child was buried near to England and gave it to his friend Everett Home. The skull of the boy of Bengal can still be seen at the Hunterian Museum of the Royal College of Surgeons in London. Jag called it. That's what I went on tour. East India Company and English Museum. Jag called it. Oh, yes, indeed. When Mr. Dent dissected the heads, he discovered that the brains were separate and distinct, each brain firmly covered by its own dura mater and was supplied by large vessels which delivered the condition is then known as a cranopagus, an extremely rare that occurs in about 2 to 3 in 5 million births. The embryo initially develops as twins but fails to completely separate, and one of the twins remains underdeveloped and attached to the developed one. The parasitic twins are very rare and are often stillborn or incapable of surviving after birth. The only viable treatment is to surgically remove the parasitic twin. But these kind of surgeries are very risky. In 2004, Rebecca was born with this rare condition. She underwent surgery at the age of 8 weeks, but died as a result of blood loss. In 2005, Monar was also born with the same condition, underwent a successful 13-hour surgery in Egypt, but died several weeks later due to repeated infection. More recently, in 2021, a baby was born with 2 heads at the Elias Hospital, Romania, but died some hours after he was born. Jesus Christ, what an absolute rabbit hole. I feel so bad for the kid as well. Not only you're born 200 years ago, where nobody could have done anything to help you regarding this. Why tries to burn your life the first thing to do, and parents that are like, let's put him in a freak show. Fun. Maybe in some ways the world has gotten slightly better, hopefully. Notice from the landlord. As you know, I place fresh berries each morning for your enjoyment. Berry bowl. It's like feeding livestock. It's like just random berries. Like, 3 strawberries and a couple of blueberries. It looks so weird. Well, did you know I use an AI camera to track who takes the most fruit? Devon. 3 blue. Carly. Carly, a bit of tragedy. 2 straw, 1 grape. Last month, most blueberries. Devon. 56 blueberries. Most grapes, most plums, most strawberries. No one is in trouble. I just thought it would be fun to let everyone know this ranking. I use the data to know which berries to buy. It's fine for me to do this. If you live in my building, I can use your data. This is demonstrating how it would feel if you had to interact with Google and other data harvesting sites in the real world. Half-placed landlord with a AI camera. Yeah, this is sort of what it feels like, right? It's technically not sensitive data. It just feels really weird that someone is keeping like a topless data. It's kind of wild. Considering priesthood, go! Is this an app or something? Believe, belong, become. For more information, this is not actually a game, is it? What a scam. I could really see like Pokemon Go Jesus Edition. I'm very disappointed. This just seems like clickbait for kids. Let's see now. Google Chrome. No, please stay. No! Thank you. Microsoft Edge. Have you ever wondered what SpongeBob would look like if they were humans? No? Well, I'm gonna show you anyway. Look at this beautiful picture. We have all the characters. We have Aquaman. We have SpongeBob himself. We have Patrick. Mr. Krabs looks really cursed. I don't like that. Thank you so much for sharing this with the family at home. I'm traumatized.
My mom got her dog's feet shaved so that they wouldn't get as dirty when she went outside.
Beautiful, fluffy paws. Not looking like, I don't know, old people have.
I hope your birthday is as good as your cake.
Mom left her son's birthday card from girlfriend. I mean, maybe it's shocking to open the card, but I doubt they're like that genuinely upset. It's like, oh no, my adult child and their partner do adult stuff sometimes. Who would have thunk it? For anyone buying these types of chairs, please make sure you don't buy the cheap ones. The horrors I survived this morning. Oh, look at that. Well, that seems like a dare, doesn't it? Pain and pleasure sometimes go hand in hand.
But heart matters, what if SpongeBob was people? Why is this a trend now? I could have gone my entire life without seeing that. It's gone.
Oh, maybe that's a good sponsor. Maybe I can do these kind of things and then just sponsor. Have your eyes been soiled by too many cursed memes online? Buy new ones. 10% off if you use code the click in the description. The clone dilemma. Well. Which Eeyore is the real Eeyore?
Shoot him! He's the clone! I am the real Eeyore!
The real Eeyore would never pass up a chance to die. That is surprisingly accurate but dark. Man, I don't remember this episode. I don't remember this one. Maybe it's repressed for a reason.
Do you know, like, when you build
yeah, this is not how you do it. What is this? What is this kind of awful? Is this on purpose that It's official. Magic is in the air. Sparkle. The festive classic #Solo or the 120 Days of Sodom is finally streaming. Is that the Pooh Bowl? Right? There was an interview with one of the actors from that movie. He is now a really old guy. He was a question about the infamous Pooh scenes. And he remembered he was in still so berries and chocolate that all the actors loved. I can imagine a lot of these like first movie sets actually being a really fun vibe and be like, oh my god, Pooh is so gross and that kind of stuff. But we have laughing and chocolate, you know? I can see it being really fun. Do you have a passion for home design, more specifically bathroom design? Well, if you're worried about the stuff in the toilet doesn't like it, maybe you can just make the whole bathroom look like everything else is fresh. Look at this. Wow. I can't believe you've done this. This looks like something out of Stranger Things. This is so bad. Why would you do this?
I just can't wait to sit with a little romance novel in my bathtub.
Why have you kissed the pages? Why is the book so wet? What is it? Oh my god, it's in Le French.
Tout est cher pour te faire le
Soggy books. I can't tell what soggy books or customer just handed me a folded up 50 as a tip. I hate this place and I hate everyone and I hate myself. Ooh, a $50 gift. I'm disappointed. Jesus won't let me down. But like I representative of Jesus, but now you should be happy. May Jesus Christ Lord of your life, but will Jesus pay my rent though? That's the real question. Will Jesus actually show me? Give me a fake $50 bill. Thanks, I hate Yorkie, man. Yeah, sometimes when you like tell what animal someone would be if they were in a Disney movie, you know? This is that. This is exactly that.
Postal of advertisement. Postal. Write the word business and receive the replies. Get letters from your beloved pets.
Oh yeah, I had something similar like this in my crappy mobile game ads video, where they like have an application that lets you talk to deceased pets. It's so bad, man. It's so bad. Talk about like banking on people's grief, and I don't think it's healthy either. You know, instead of like moving on and processing it and that kind of stuff, how tragic it may be, you're just sitting there like, I don't know, being led on by an AI. Like an episode about this, like literally, but with a boyfriend, not a pet, but still close enough. No, nothing. Whatever. This is what it looks like.
Alibaba.com, get latest price, begin your great business with this. It's one person in there looking very happy, and they're playing with your feet. You can do it both at the same time. Have a sauna box and play with friends' feet. Buy it today. It's very good. Who wouldn't want this? What exactly?
Husky, but now Tesla torso. If you're just a little dude, you can buy a bigger little dude that you pilot. Buy the bigger dude today, little dude, and just be a little dude. Thanks, I hate female urinals. That, I don't see the splashing a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I would see the splashing a lot. I'm not sure about this one, fam. Wouldn't it be better if we just like, I don't know, expanded on the regular toilet options? Like urinals are crappy enough for the men, you know? It's not something I enjoy particularly. It's nice to be able to like literally wipe after going to the bathroom and that kind of stuff. I don't like urinals, but let's not make more of them, okay? Especially ones like this. Why did my boss send this in the work group chat? I got you guys. I'm the big minion, and management is Vegeta, and the associates are the baby minion. I got you.
What the hell is your problem, man?
Yeah, this is when like upper management tells you to like increase morals or something. And you don't know what you're doing. I don't think this picture made it better. Historiskt gesehen sehr fragwürdig, så till Time EM, så ermögligt. What is this shirt? Oh no, what is this shirt? This is not even subtle. This is so bad. From other countries, the football team doesn't have any players who wear the 44 jersey. The people buying these specific ones are from the German far right. I mean, why don't you just wear a swastika on their shirt? It's not even subtle. No one's gonna look at this and be like, oh, that can be an honest mistake. It's not a dog whistle, it's a whistle that everyone can hear. They couldn't find a better place to blow up this balloon. Blow up, that's beautiful. Had it in the same place. It's like, yeah, let's put it here. This is really great. The idea that the ideal beach body just means being thin or buff is so unimaginative. Surely the ideal absolute crack. This is beautiful.
Centaurs have 6 limbs, and therefore insects. Discuss. Oh, this. I don't like this.
Monsters Inc. Trumpy Wumpy, but if we combine the two, it too got worse. Definitely worse. Do you know biblically accurate angels, right? They're pretty cool things, you know, with all the eyeballs and that kind of stuff. Afraid, which you totally would be in that instance. There's one thing that's worse though. It's this thing. It's biblically accurate Furbies. God, I want one. I want one so bad. Why do I want one so bad? We have rebuilt him. This is what you look like if you smoke these many packages. Only way to transform your body. I mean, that's kind of funny though. It's like, oh, all you that's saying you're gonna get ripped in like half a week from doing 5 push-ups. This is the only way to do that. Freaking rubber upper body, just strap it on. Thing to look out for, like fitness ads online are like really swamped with scary stuff, or they promise way too much information for the time. What they often do is that they pick someone who's actually ripped, but you know, right after a meal or something with a bad light, and then the only thing they do is have better light, and then they just flex up and do it after the workout, and bada bing, bada boom. Transformation. The only detail, of course, is that it's just a better version, and the dude is just flexing. The ad has nothing to do with transformations or workout progress. Those ads are trash. So in that way, it's kind of a funny satire, isn't it? Japanese ballpoint pen comes with a real parasitic worm. I was fake worm. But apparently it's not. It's worse than I thought it was. It's worse than my wishful dyslexia thought it was. A real parasitic worm that swims around inside. It's so decorative. That was a cool concept. I really like the lava lamp. This is where we're at now. We have little parasitic lava lamps. Yes, I'm gonna break the ball. No. Nah, man, I'm down to your new music. Sounds of corn. That's the only thing I have on my Beyond fried chicken. Look at that. Looks like fried erasers to me. Well, let's erase those stats, shall we? Let's erase the meat consumption because our food look like erasers. That's almost a slogan. It wouldn't work, but kind of have the bags. I hate chocolate ice creams with bananas and walnuts and raspberry. It looks super biological. In surgery, we have a white plastic bowl with numerous organs. If we're taking anything out, this looks a lot like one of those. The mouth. Workers in USA collecting day from the mountains. This is what they put inside your sodas, you see? Sweet. Oh, yes, indeed. I like how gentle job. I'm not sure where he's born from. It's like a pixelated sock that is over transparent. That is born, I don't know, a radioactive bucket. Basically what Mountain Dew is we have a tutorial from Italy, that's cool. How to cut the pizza. For a smaller group, you just slice it like this. For a part, this is like a little squares, and just you do it like this, and then you... Yeah, I'm not sure why this is on the subreddit. This just feels efficient, doesn't it? This is how you should do it. How to not get your hands dirty while eating pizza.
If I could somehow drill my skull and just touch my brain for a second,
Would I feel dizzy or awkward? This is a bit of a strange question, but here goes. Assuming you could cope with the pain of the drill, and assuming it stops that your drill doesn't turn your brain into a smoothie, what you would feel would be something like this. The surface of your brain would feel warm, wet, and unexpected, like the consistency of crème brûlée or capriccia pudding. It would pulse slightly under 50 pulse crème brûlée. That's amazing. Wow, I will never let that feeling escape my brain. Assuming you were gentle, most likely you wouldn't experience anything different. If you poked a little harder, you wouldn't stimulate the brain, and you would be aware of sudden, unexpected experiences coming to your consciousness, depending on where you poked. Some of these could be pleasant or unpleasant. The smell of a struck match, the sound of laughter, the memory of sunlight, the taste of sour milk, flashes of light, color, sudden emotion. These perceptions could all arise at once, giving a very strange, disassociative experience.
In Before the Future, where we have a drug that is literally the brain poker.
That sounds like something that could be in some kind of dystopian sci-fi, doesn't it? I'm like oddly intrigued by this, but I would never, ever, ever be interested enough to actually try it in a billion years.
I am reminded that English is a flawed language every time I'm forced to use that and that in a sentence.
All the good faith that I had no effect on the outcome of that sentence. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here, you wonderful, beautiful beings, and I hope the suffering we went through today just makes the rest of your day glow a little bit brighter due to the contrast, because that's what happiness is, isn't it? The contrast to the bad stuff. Anyway, that's an amazing takeaway. Have a right, the emotional support team is now permanently. Not making sure it's available soon or something like that. Yeah, that's my apologies. Anyway, pick up your own Speaking of being a full-time professional, no good doer. Today we're going to /Hola, which is a beautiful suburb. Surprise things, isn't that right? If you were to plot a graph about a Hola moment, it would be like, no concern, no concern, no concern. And that's what we're going to do here today. Enjoy. Mwah. Man, I'm distracting myself in like my camera scene. I look like I'm really crying. These memes are so funny, man. Hey. Guys, you know one thing? It's disgusting.
How much to let me read $50 more, I won't tell you how to drive.
Every year I have to go to your family's house for the holidays. I want to spend the holidays in my house for a change. Is that so much to ask?
You're right, baby. I'm sorry.
Wow, you're good.
Oh my god, oh, that means any kind of zenith of experience. Oh my, yes, oh my god. Am I right, fellow bros?
That's really funny though. Shout out to Even Javier. That's really funny. That's a good skit. I love that. You wanna travel so bad that you didn't notice this was a cake.
Oh my god, it's a cake!
Now I just completely expect one of those videos when I show up to a resort and they just cut the whole resort in half and be like, it was cake all along. And I'm like, but my vacation. In the beginning, I was like, what the frick is this guy doing? But then it all made sense. Okay, he's doing some little weird half-jogging workout routine. Alright, gotta stop and keep going. Why did I expect anything more? You can't expect less. Although one thing that just struck me, how did he know? How did he know this girl was coming up behind him? That's like the wildest part. How did he actually know? Told my Italian housemate a gangbang was when you go out with your friends. So she Facebooked this.
Pre-gangbang selfie with the house #lads. Why would you do it? Did anyone actually like the picture? No!
Just cutting down a bit of palm tree. Wait, what's the guy on the ground doing?
Did they just have a token emotional support worker that just frolics around to make